Good morning, everyone present here. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this webinar on Mission Success Achieving Operational Excellence hosted by AABN. This is the 110th weekly webinar organized by AABN. I take this opportunity to express my deep appreciation to you all for honoring us by being here. It is gratifying to note that the agenda of today's webinar covers a wide range of future relevant topics, and we have in our midst a distinguished speaker to share his experience in a specific area of specialty. I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Aravindan Raghavan for coming here and willing to impart his expertise to our AABN community. Welcome to you all for responding to our call and being here. We are aware that experiences is the hardest teacher. For first, it gives us the test, then teaches us the lesson. Change often fails because we set expectations based upon what we know. Failing to give proper consideration to circumstances or outright ignoring what we don't know. The more arrogant in our ignorance we become, the greater the height of Mount Stupid. Inevitably, we will either roll down a gentle slope or fall off a cliff. Are we understanding there are lessons to be learned and what these lessons might be? Do we abandon or do we synthesize? Getting to the bottom of what is causing a problem is difficult. Sometimes the person with the strongest opinion determines what steps will be taken to solve the problem. Many times the problem keeps coming back. Using root cause analysis tools can help take the emotion out of the discussion and systematically identify the main causes. Given two organizations with the same strategy, the group that exhibits operational excellence will always have better results and ultimately create greater value for the customers and shareholders. In a fast evolving and competitive operating environment, organizations that succeed are those with dynamic and efficient operations. Organizations that are leveraging new technologies and data insights to build more effective ways to operate are gaining a competitive advantage. Dr. Aravindan Raghavan helps organizations define, develop, and implement new ways of working that lead to measurable outcomes. What is operational excellence? Hear from our expert Dr. Aravindan, who will discuss exactly what creates the standard and how your organization can use it to leapfrog the competition. I have the pleasant duty of welcoming and introducing a guest speaker, Dr. Aravindan Raghavan. He has a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from AC Tech, Anna University, and a general management degree from Indian School of Business. He is a recognized thought leader on operational excellence, an entrepreneur, author, and a sought-after strategist, consultant, and an international speaker. He is the first global business excellence working professional to get ICF PCC credential in the pharma sector. He co-authored a book, Coach Wisdom 2. It has been well received and promises to be a definitive work on the field of operational excellence. Having over 30 years of experience in business and operations, he is routinely called upon to offer guidance to senior executives and business operations and improvement specialists who wish to improve the overall efficiency and effectiveness of their organizations. He is highly valued for his ability to promote strategic insight and tactical analysis and to convert these thoughts into reality by successful engagement and execution. With a focus on improving the performance of companies and the conditions of those who work there, Aravindan is regularly sought by companies to help analyze and formulate the strategic vision, to design the tactics necessary to achieve their goals, to identify and organize the logistics necessary to support the plan, and to lead the execution phase. He is sought by companies and academia to explore and address the challenges and opportunities of today and illuminate and predict those of tomorrow. He is highly valued for his ability to squelch out the noise and provide strategic analysis and tactical insight leading to successful deployment and execution. Although he is an expert in the more granular facets of the discipline, he places a special emphasis on the cornerstones for success, the engagement of people and instilling a leadership culture as part of the company's DNA. His end goal is to help create high-performance individuals working in high-performance teams for high-performance organization. An avid reader and as someone who performs in pressure situation, he is here to regale us with all his experiences. Those who know him say his enthusiasm is infectious, and we are lucky to experience it up close today. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Dr. Aravindan.
Thanks, Mr. SD Gopiji. It's a privilege to accept your invite and be here to address this group of entrepreneurs and MSME professionals. Um, as you rightly told, this is going to be a more of a session where both of us will be sharing their experiences, of both sides, and we'll be make it more interactive. Even though I have some theoretical slides, I would love to answer as much as questions which comes out from the top of the mind with this group, which is highly experienced and knowledgeable. And as you rightly told, next 1.5 hours we can leverage our experiences so that something can be taken up immediately in the respective companies as a part of continual improvement. Um, Achieving operational excellence is a destination, it's a continuous. Um, the topic mission success is important to understand. The mission success is mainly to understand operation excellence and kickstart the program of operation excellence. So today we are chalked out, myself Gopi, we are chalked out 5-6 important topics, which will be sort of giving a foundation of understanding of what operation excellence globally means, how I have deployed it to various companies, and how we can take it up in any company, okay, and how it can be leveraged for an individual, for the teams and the organizations, and also the systems around us. So we'll start with understanding basics of operation excellence and understanding at the holistic level of how it can be useful for customer, and then what are the tools and techniques which makes operation excellence very powerful, and how to integrate that into the journey of operation excellence, and how actually we can create impact in the bottom line while we are doing a operation excellence program. So we can actually have a quick win, as well as we can sustain it by building operation excellence culture. So it gives us a both top down and bottom up approach, and finally we'll have a Q&A session. uh, just just a request, I request everybody to be mute, please. Yeah, so just somebody should take care of muting the sounds which can pop up. Okay, so the IEL, which I started on my own, is basically going to cater services for individuals, organizations. You can always reach out for your own certifications or your teams, your office employees, and as well as if you need any consulting services for operation excellence of any of the issues where you have a process issue, or you have a transformational journey needed, or you want to have a quick profitability, you can always reach to us. So my phone number is always there with Mr. Gopi, as well as I'll leave it out in the end of the session. Before we start, I just want to know the composition of the team. So I just want each one of you to type which sector you belong to, so that I'll know the composition of the sector who are here. And second question, first question, let's answer that. Which sector you belong to? Because just in a few seconds you can start typing. I'll start seeing oil and gas, service, IT. Yeah, okay. Banker, okay. Oil and gas, engineering, pharma, electronics. Okay. Okay, good. So there are actually it's a mixture of IT, service, petrochemical, and consulting organizations, correct? A lot of people have experience in industry, but now would have started their own consulting or own MSME, catering the services for those domains. Okay, great. Refinery, life sciences. Okay, okay. Yeah, so but you be assured that the topics which we'll be talking here will be more involved with people, process, and asset. So it's more a generic topic, not a topic more with respect to one domain. So that one domain or one sector. Okay, the next question is, I just want to know yes, no answer for anybody. Yeah, so trained in operation excellence in the career, formal green belt, black belt certification, or have you deployed, have all the 40 people answering this? That will be useful for me. Yeah, so no, it looks awesome because then the content which I prepared will actually excite you to have a basic understanding as a owner of the company, or as a top management of the company, or as a working professional. You can actually go back and start thinking about utilizing this wherever you see opportunity. Okay, great. Thank you all very much for your wonderful response, and that keeps the things going. Um, so one of the I will not read the slides. I'll talk the slides, but I want you to focus the slides and hearing me out so that you can relate the content more practically. Most of the companies doesn't have problem with external customers. Most of the companies doesn't have a problem with external customers because external customer gives the business. He is actually, I won't say as a god. Okay, he is a person who actually gives you the business opportunity. So he is trusting you, and wants to become you with you as a partner. So external customer doesn't pose any problem unless we play around with him, correct? But what is the problem in all companies? Okay, the important problem in many of the companies which company doesn't implement or address is the internal customers, how they treat internal customers. Our internal customers are broken parts. Everybody wants to talk to external customer directly. The internal customers doesn't talk to each other. Thereby, we actually have a problem with external customers. So the alignment of internal customer centric approach is the problem in all companies. And that's exactly what operational excellence should address and will address and intend to address. Okay. So internal customer, for the internal customers, starting from business development to the commercial department to R&D to manufacturing or technical services to manufacturing, as well as to, let's say, logistics, supply chain, and engineering supporting, finance supporting, HR supporting. So you see here a lot of internal customers are involved to do their activities to serve a proper delivery to the client, correct? So that's where operation excellence is very key. So you all will try to understand that it is the internal customers agreement SLAs we don't have, and that's why we struggle to meet the demand of the external customer, because many silos in the system which work for their own bosses, correct? And that actually uh, defeats the common goal. So the customers product for money, fast execution, and world-class services. So this four, if you can bring it through internal customer-centric approach, the repeat business as well as your capability of delivering complex businesses will also be there. The second important point why operational excellence is needed is, I'm talking about a successful company should also focus on internal customer. That's how the GE focused. The second important component of why we need to have operational excellence is to become more competitive, correct? Because there are a lot of competitors who gives on-time delivery. Example, you see flight. Okay, Indigo took all the business only by focusing on-time landing. Okay, on-time takeoff, on-time landing. Only because of that. Okay, even though their flight is not so comfortable, their food is not so high, great, services is not so high. They don't even give water. So if you see that, only because on-time service, which is the prime metric for airline, people actually go and book Indigo, and they have almost got the entire market share, correct? The again important point is the other is the cost of operations are increasing, particularly energy, materials, and other factors, manpower. These are the major factors in the P&L which eat away your profitability, correct? And unless you are not efficient to do more with less, okay, and you are going to be in a problem. Next one is customers expectations is basically now um, can somebody mute that noise, Mr. Sadasivam? Yeah, fine. Thanks. So customers expectation is also very demanding. People who enter the market or who are high voluminous companies, they reduce the pricing and kill the small volume people. And there are unpredictability which is happening, COVID, or currently we see Ukraine war, or now recession, right? Lot of issues happens if there is a dependencies of materials, import materials, correct? And those are the things, uncertainties have big issues for us. The other major one, like I talked about internal customer, that's the important point, which people don't, I would say, don't work on, is the engaging the employees more. Okay, only few people in the organization try to run the business, and they order and make people to work. But the companies which are sustained for longer terms, achieved more, is by making every one employee to be as a business partner in their own area. So I will be talking about this kind of initiatives, which can actually think ultimately, capturing and understanding the voice of customers, both external and internal needs, is going to be the important factor for us to for us to actually survive for the long term. When you come to the definition, I'll try to pick up the words which is very important. So operational excellence is not a strategy, okay? And operational excellence is not the department will come and do magic. And it is not a department which will do all the work, and the others are left alone. Operational excellence is excellence in operations. So the operational excellence is an expert who will come with the techniques, who will guide the people to adopt those techniques, so that the people who are actually in operations, who will be more skillful than compared to before, to actually do the operations in an efficient and effective way. So thereby the business performance improves, correct? And you all know that quality, cost, and time are the three important metrics for any business performance. So I can vouch for improvement in quality, improvement in cost, improvement in time, when you implement all the best practices, and by learning, establishing best processes that could be more customized for your business. And important is in giving the knowledge of tools to the people who are already skillful in operations. This will actually leave a long-term sustained success, and maybe balancing the stakeholders' expectations. And you may ask questions, okay, then operation excellence guy will become redundant. Yes, every 3 years I normally become redundant. 4 years, 3 to 4 years, I normally become redundant in the company, and my junior takes over, or the people who are in operations actually takes over the operation excellence. So either I have to take other role, I have done that, or I have moved out to other companies. So the important is, it's not a business strategy. It's not a strategy where we talk in PPT and keep it in PPT and follow up. It is important component of executing the strategy. So whatever CEO, a COO has as a part of strategy, we actually execute it profitably, and that is where operation excellence comes. So operation excellence is more of speed and quality. So I took this quote from Vivekananda, which actually has the meaning of operational excellence, because many people think operational excellence to be done in the area where there is a pain. Okay, suppose the product quality is not good, then you bring operational excellence people, consultants. If delivery is an issue, if there is a frequent failure of equipment, bring the expert. Okay, so this becomes more of a problem versus consulting or solutions. But from my side, what I think, what is given here is more meaningful. Okay, every activity, an employee is doing, every employee is doing. Okay, every employee has his own role description. He is supposed to deliver his own process, and he is supposed to, in that process, he is supposed to have some activity to be done, or SOP, correct? And the activity which he is doing at every day and every time, he has to do it with high quality. So I'm just placing that there. Okay, it's like an army, it's like a airplane pilot, or it's like a operation doctor. Okay, so every activity they do, it has a very high importance of showing importance in every activity they are doing, and that's why pay more means attention to the means as to the end. So the means is nothing but the process and the activities, and the result will automatically come. So there should not be any shortcut or ad hoc way by which we try to achieve, which we may not be sustaining. So operational excellence is all about working on quality of activities you perform in your process, and then try to leave the results automatically coming. Important is aligning everybody towards the shared goal as well. So these are the formulas. I derived it. You may not find it anywhere in Google or book. Okay. But this is what my experience speaks. Okay. Some may say, oh, this is his quote and others quote and all, but I have related it such a way that it can be understood in the operating way. Okay. Excellence is a sum of combination, mandatory combination. I'm not telling either way. It's a mandatory sum of effectiveness and efficiency. I have deliberately put effectiveness as a very important component first and efficiency next. Without effectiveness, efficiency doesn't come. Okay. And so if you take a world-class players like Sachin or music composer like A.R. Rahman or world-class people who are genius or world-class people and who are performing in all their areas. Okay. If you take examples of those players, football players or tennis players or sports person or anybody who are performing very high level, they have both these components along with them. Okay. So just keep that in mind when we see as an example. It's not one alone. Okay. So what is effectiveness? Effectiveness is if you give a job to somebody and there is a committed timeline for it, which is a standard timeline. And we are able to do every day, every time as per that standard timeline. That means that we are effective. For example, if you're supposed to come at 9 o'clock to office, every day you come before 9 o'clock, that means you are effective. Okay? So that is a classical example, but I'm talking more with respect to the operational business operations, and everybody has a deliverables fixed, correct? If one delays, the other delays, correct? So in that way, doing the right thing. So what is important thing is the focus, and doing the right thing is the effectiveness, which means that you need to keep focus and try to achieve best in what you are doing routinely. Very important is a routine job. We are not bringing here complexity, innovation and all. If there is a routine work to be done in the shop floor, how people are doing it religiously and effectively. And in Japanese, they call excellence is not innovation, creativity. Excellence is how you do it repeatedly, efficiently or effectively. Okay. And if you come to efficiency, efficiency is more with respect to cost, okay, and resources. How efficiently you do the job with less resource, less input. Doing the thing right. Okay, the doing the thing right means right first time. Okay, right first time means you don't create rework, you don't waste anything. That means that high quality. Okay, so from my angle, I see effectiveness is I would say the mother of all, and efficiency is part of effectiveness. I'll explain you when we talk about lean, because efficiency is more a quality, effectiveness is a quality and speed. Okay, and both. Okay, lean. And here, if you see, delivery becomes a very important component for the business, and quality becomes a very important component for your culture. And whatever we are going to talk lean is mostly coming up with effectiveness and efficiency or quality mostly defined by Six Sigma. So I just kept it here as a interconnecting component. Excellence is meeting the customer expectations profitably. Okay, very important is profitably. So you can implement all these things, but if you don't make more profits, then it's not worth, correct? And very important is excellence is for you to meet customer expectation and also you make profit. Okay, that's important. Okay, I'm very happy to see the 50th person entering the session. Okay, so let's okay, understanding lean principles, doing the right thing. Let's understand it. Yeah. So here, lean is nothing but removing the unnecessary fat in the body makes body lean. Removing the unnecessary waste in the processes will make the process lean. Okay, so here it is an important term. How to understand this term is customer will not pay for your non-value added activity. That's it, as simple as that. Okay, your fashionable activity, cosmetic activity. You'll only pay for a conversion of the A to B product, or a value addition you create for converting a material X to Y, which is saleable product, or which are the ones which is asking for. Okay, Kumar, I'm just muting you. Okay, so the important point for customer is quality, cost, and delivery, and very important is yeah, how you do for customers' requirements by shortening the time, and also ensuring quality on time is going to be the value creator. So when you see a value, it's value for customer, and the value for customer is going to be how you actually ensure what customer wants, and it's given ahead of time with high quality. So how do you integrate this concept? Where to actually integrate lean? Okay, that could be in your mind, and you should exactly remember the terms I talked about when I talked about Mr. Vivekananda's quote, or uh, quality is all about every activity people are doing. So if you see from this diagram, which is your routine job, there is a customer need, and your organization is working on this four: money, materials, people, machines. These are the resources you have. And there's an activity people perform in various department, and finally it goes as a product and service. This is a simple flow diagram for your business operations. So your lean will actually get implemented here, activity. So as a leader, I'm just telling you, I am also a very good coach of Gemba. If anybody wants to have a demonstration, please call me. So the Gemba is all about going and seeing in the floor where actually business is driven, actually value is created. Why they are saying that? Because there only people are doing activity. Okay, when people are doing activity, your lean concept has to be implemented here, which means that here we have to do the doing the right thing, correct? So here you have to go and check whether people are doing the right thing, and this is where operation excellence and my services can be useful. I won't say that I know more than you, but you may be knowing 80 to 85% of operation excellence. That 15% of the what you call as a techniques by which you build a culture of operation excellence would be the value addition I can do, and maybe some of the insights I can bring in, which could be hidden part. This is where all of you should focus. From tomorrow onwards, if you're sitting in office and doing a lot of meetings 9 to 5, please don't do that. Take 1 hour, go and see area which you see as a bottleneck as per client. Okay, so you can plan it out and go and see how they are performing. There will be a lot of surprises waiting for you, and this is where the opportunity of lean comes. Okay, so what is lean? Okay, lean is all about, in simple words, eliminating 8 waste. I'm going to talk about that waste. Okay, and it's always there in your system. I'm telling you, you may call yourself as world class, but still when you go and dig out waste, you will find a lot of waste. Waste means it's you have to not take it as a English. It's you take it as a non-valued activities. Okay, or which is actually eating away your money. So business as usual will be like this. If you depend on people and people do whatever they want, you don't focus on activity, you don't focus on lean, you don't focus on Six Sigma, it will be as usual. You will be losing a lot of money, and you may not know how it is going. When you implement lean, you can 40% of the time you can reduce, 20-25% of the resources you can make it productive, which means that they can also do other projects, other things, and your overhead cost also reduces drastically, and your customer is very happy, and you can increase your revenue because your capacity increases. I would say capacity should be our focus, and automatically everything comes on board. And this this is a 8 waste, we call it in the acronym downtime. This is 8 waste which actually comes from the Toyota production system. 8 waste is the intellectual waste. If you don't use your subordinates intellectual knowledge, it's a waste. So this 8 waste, if you see defects, overproduction, waiting, non-utilized talent, transportation, inventory, unnecessary motion, extra processing. Okay. So if you see this 8 waste, and if you relate with your company or your working company, your own company or your company you're working for, all 8 or mostly 5 or 6 will be surely there, which will be there. For example, defect means are you having rework? The answer will be yes, correct. Even in the documentation, in the activity what you are doing, or even in the key processes of manufacturing. Are you overproducing? See, here overproduction, it also means that you are doing more than what your boss wants. Okay, and you are doing more than what client wants. You are producing more than what is needed. You're consuming your cash flow. So overproduction is more related to consuming your cash flow and sitting as a product, and it's a waste. Waiting time, it's the biggest killer time, and you wait for somebody to add value, or somebody waits for somebody, and person dependent, somebody goes on leave, it waits, and it actually many times I found this as a root cause. Okay, and this is basically is a simplest ways to get eliminated. Many people actually cannot find it, and when you go deeper and see, you will find that there is a bureaucracy, there is a hidden factory within the factory. A lot of administrative issues is there, and waiting time is high. The fourth one is non-utilized talent. Non-utilized talent here means people who are in the shop floor, who are nearer to the equipment. They have the most knowledge of the equipment. They are the actual important people. So whoever is nearer to the process, or near to the information, they need to be empowered more, such a way that they actually people who are supposed to know involved in problem solving and suggestions. So many companies doesn't involve shop floor people who are the mass of the people, 80%. Unnecessary transportation. Yeah, if you have different blocks and you shift materials here and there, and also if your logistics, you are not loading it complete a lot, breaking it and loading and sending it to the customers, it will huge loss. Excess inventory, correct? Excess inventory is a waste, and there is a strategic inventory and there is a wasteful inventory. So you always find this wrong forecasting is a major flaw, and people don't focus on that. Go with the words of the people, then you end up in a big inventory, big loss actually, and dilution gives nothing. Unnecessary motion is more specific for the people who have a wrong layout in the buildings, first floor, second floor, third floor, or within the floors. If people just for getting approval, they go to 2 floors, first floor, so they waste a lot of time between the buildings. Those is unnoticed, and you'll be shocked to if you shadow one of the analyst or one of the operator, you'll be shocked to see how much kilometer he is walking every day, wasting a lot of time. Extra processing is something you actually do when it's not needed. Okay, and your boss wants only, or you want only one slide, whereas people will make 100 slides. Okay, unnecessary improper communication can yield extra processing. Okay, which people lose a lot of time. Everything related with productivity, everything is related with cost, everything is related with time. And time is a very important metrics for lean. Just keep that in mind. Everything can be converted into time. Okay. And this is acronym you need to take away today's session. Lean is all about eliminating 8 waste. Okay. I'll also give some key slides, Gopi, after the session, so that people can have it as a part of refreshing what I told. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
If you call experts like me, we actually do a complete value stream mapping. Okay, and we start from the customer information, walk through on production PPIC, and then get the suppliers, and then get into inventory, and then get into the complete
Yeah, both.
complete manufacturing steps, and then try to yeah, thanks, try to get into the metrics of manufacturing sections, and then here we'll see which is a bottleneck, and the bottom you can actually see what is the value added time and non-value time. Very interesting. I'll be talking about this, but the important finding is that everybody should not get shocked. Okay, the world-class manufacturing, lean manufacturing process efficiency, which is the formula is value added time divided by total lead time, which is value added plan. It's 25%. If you achieve 25% itself, you are world class. Okay, but I'm talking more of a discrete manufacturing. For the continuous manufacturing, 80%, 85%. But the important point is why the 25%? Today, if you go and see your value stream mapping, if you're discrete manufacturing, it will be 5% or even less than 5%. And that is what you will see here. That is what we are written here, because you will see that this blue color or the one which is actually the process, whereas a lot of time is wasted in the red color in the right side. And that is what will be part of that 8 waste we are talking. And when we work on it, we'll get it. And you have to work holistically because in lean, there are 2 flows. One is information flow and material flow. The information flow will create problems in wrong forecasting, correct? And that's all. Information flow is also very important. Communication on the information flow is very important, and material flow, which is the production planning and execution. I will try to explain you with one good example where I want to show you one good practical example of what you call as example of a lean. Okay, I know after seeing this you will say a lot of manpower is used, but don't go with that. Okay, 1 minute. I think I need to share. You able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
we-
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. 1 minute. I have to bring the video. Yeah. Only thing is, I'll again share the video just to ensure that I have taken the audios. Just enjoy this video, but just see how important is the process and activities, roles and responsibilities. Okay.
But Holland comes
Able
in
to
for
hear? Gopi?
pit stop. Time to refuel and change. Lou Moore himself changes
Able
the
to hear, na, Gopi? Voice is clear, na? Audio?
audio is not very clear. It's
Okay.
stopped now. It's
Yeah, I
stopped
stopped
now.
it. I stopped it down just to check. Okay.
tires. Only 4 crew members, including the driver, are allowed to work on the car. It's a tense time. Holland stays in his seat, anxious to get away. Let's watch. Tires are changed at last. A crewman polishes the windshield as Holland moves away just 67 seconds after he stopped.
Okay, so it was 67 seconds. Just keep that as an important baseline. Okay. Okay, so what is the learning? So in this case, if you see here, you would have wondered what actually whether they did some work or not, correct, in that time. But what is the major learning? If few of you can unmute and share.
Teamwork.
Pre-planning, teamwork, preparation,
Yeah.
planning.
All right.
So
Mohan.
enough number of people.
No, actually, people, you're right.
Assigning,
But, yeah,
assigning roles for everyone.
yeah.
No, all are doing some activity.
The elimination
Parallel
of
work.
waste. Elimination
Parallel
of waste.
working.
Yeah, so eliminating waste, parallel
Yeah.
working. Parallel working is a good word. Yeah. Very important point. What did you see from each individual?
Time.
Some of the preparation like inside, external and internal kind of thing.
Even if one person has made mistake, what would have happened?
Synchronization.
Yeah, I think
Almost.
okay. The important point which many people miss out in the company is building the skill of the people. Okay.
Yeah,
So that is
correct.
what is important. Okay. So we actually make people to do which where they are not interested. Okay. So that is also very important. Well, most of the people, all your answers are appropriate and right. The very important point learning here, few learnings in terms of lean is they have given the right skill training with people. Okay. And they have brought those people to do only that job. They should not focus on any other job. They are supposed to do only that job. If you see everybody standing to do only their job. Okay. And second one which somebody told is the synchronization. And what they did is they ensured that everybody's job is done in the same time. So when let's say 2 seconds, okay, or 1 second. So they ensure that
Hello, Aravindan, you're there?
I think it's not something, some technical issue, it seems.
Yeah, he's just joined it. He's joined it.
yeah, there was a power dip, but I was connected to net card only. I don't know how I lost you people. I don't know where you lost me. If you can tell me, I'll recollect line again. So
synchronization and the proper job for the right person.
yeah, okay, fine. So here basically what I'm trying to tell here is the important point here is the right skill for the people is important, and the important is to match the time taken by each people. So accordingly, they ensure that we should only take 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Accordingly, they put the people to do the job so that everybody takes only 2 seconds. That is a very beauty of balancing. We call it as line balancing. And the important is training them and practicing. As everybody told, it is important is planning and execution. You may ask, oh, so many manpower. That is the business model they are working. Okay, and that business model will be unique, and nobody can enter into this. And this creates a unique model for many businesses. So many orders and business. So this is the way you do lean. And the other way of lean is you build a culture. Okay, and there is a you would have heard about workplace organization. You would have heard about suggestion kaizens. And what you saw currently was this. Actually, you're creating a pull or the lean by ensuring that you create value stream mapping and you create a pull to have the shortest lead time. Okay, and creating the skill is what we are talking, and doing value stream mapping, and then ensuring that you take the lowest time for as a lead time for delivery is the key principle of lean. But how to sustain is what is 5 years and Kaizen, because this is implemented for the shop floor people. So this comes the end of lean. I'll have to go faster with Six Sigma, and then we'll come back. Work minus waste, you will make people smarter, and that actually will ensure basically the higher customer satisfaction. Okay. Okay, this ends the lean. I'll try to take up the question and answer in the end, but I'll try to cover Six Sigma now, which is doing the things right. Six Sigma is all about reducing the variation in the process, the standard deviation of the process after you collect data. For example, if you have a data of cycle time, data of quality, purity or product, or if you have a data of your turnaround time of samples or turnaround time for order, or whatever units or data you have, you need to collect data and see the variation with respect to customer specifications. It could be internal and external, and anything outside the specification is a defect. And Six Sigma actually calculates standard deviation, and sigma, as you rightly know, it's a standard deviation. The variance is what we have learned, and and variation. That's why Six Sigma gives us the relativity of variation. Six Sigma actually drives the data driven. So here, that's why here we use a software called Minitab, which actually understands this variation. Software is there, and through the software we'll be having huge insights and understand the base sigma level and then reduce things. So anything we are reducing will have the quality inbuilt in that, thereby cost is reduced and predictability is also increasing. So these are all without investment. So you don't need to invest anything because you will be measuring your own data and ensuring your data is not showing variation. So many companies have got benefited by implementing Six Sigma without capex, because people try to ask capex without analyzing data. So small exercise to all of you. Okay, the exercise is for 1 minute. Okay, 60 seconds. I'll tell start. The important thing what you are supposed to do is you have to find the small f in either any of the starting words or the ending words, and I'll give you 1 minute time. Okay, I just keep the, don't type the answer until I ask. Okay, and the time starts now. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, so you can type the answers now, all of you. Okay, somebody has already typed 23. Okay, 25, 29. Okay, so Gopi, for me a small help is the minimum and maximum. Okay, what is minimum, what is
22.
maximum?
See, I could not
Yeah.
type it. It is
Yeah.
22 and 23.
Okay, we are noted down. 23
Yeah.
we are taken from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Somebody has given 40, Shyam Sundar. Okay, so the minimum is 22. I want all of you to type so that I hope everybody was active in seeing that exercise. Good. There is a huge variation, correct? So anybody left to type? Please type.
Yeah, I could not type it.
What is the answer from your side? Why you cannot type it?
22. I
22.
could not find it, That's why. No, anyway, 22. If you take a middle one, F was there. If you take that, it is 23. Otherwise, 22. Only first F or last F.
Okay, okay. So no, I want all of you to see the screen. I'm just opening up the screen for you. I hope you are seeing the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, see this data: 23, 27, 33, 25, 29, 22, 30, 28, 35, Vijay Kumar 35, 25, 30, 25, 33, and 31, 34, 25, 40, 26, 23, and somebody told 23, correct? So what is the activity is same, the exercise is same, correct? The process is same, only we kept the time as limit. So what is the result coming in? For the all the experience, all people are trained, correct? All people are trained, correct? 1 minute, Sadasivan sir, I'll come to you. So
Okay.
I'll come to you. Okay, so if all people are trained, but still, what is the inference we are getting? There's a huge variation, correct? Correct or not?
Yes,
So
sir.
that could be of various reason. Okay, and yes, sir, Sadasivan sir, what is that query?
Yeah, no, I could not type it. Just I had wrongly put this answer. Sorry.
Okay, so this happens in all the trainings I do. Okay, because the time is 1 minute limited. You always find that the focus and concentration for finding the small f is very important, correct? And that's what I'm saying. Even though people will have experience, people would have been working in that job daily, day in, day out. If they don't have focus and concentration, there could be huge variation. Or the skill, we call it as a skill. You see here, this is the answer, 36. Okay. Somebody came closer, 35. Okay. Vijay Kumar or somebody. Okay. But this is the answer. Many of you would have forgotten to add F, which is in the end. Okay. You would have only chosen the one which started F. Okay. That would have been one mistake. Maybe, if we increase the font size, you would have done better, correct? There could be many other areas we can do improvement to standardize all of you, correct? That is exactly what is Six Sigma is all about, okay? What is the learning from here is, I'm just muting you, Sadasyam sir. The learning from here is that you have to standardize the people's way of doing things. For that, you need to find the variation and work on the root cause of the variation and then try to solve that problem. Okay. And this is how you measure the variation. And immediately you work on root cause and implement. Tomorrow, all of you, when I put this, everybody will tell 36, correct? And that is exactly needed in the company, correct? Yesterday's problem should be solved immediately. And that's where Six Sigma comes, right first time. When I make you to do right first time, this is what happens, but that is what is needed also, okay? So what is the penalty of it? If you don't do right first time, okay? If you're having 69% defect, you just divide this by 10,000, okay? And that is a defect. And 100 minus this will be, like, this is 31% quality, 69% defect, ppm. So divided by 10,000, it will become percentage. 69% defect, 31% quality. If that is what you are operating, it's called 1 sigma level. You will have 40% opportunity to reduce cost or profitability, direct or indirect. If you move above 2 sigma level, if you are having 30%, 31% defect and 69% quality, you are at 2 sigma level, and your opportunity of cost saving or improvement or process improvement or revenue, this is also revenue indirectly, it all included in this, your business opportunity, 30 to 40%. This is actually sales, they call it as sales only. So here 3 sigma, if you see, it's 6.6%, 6.7%, which means that 93.3%. 3 sigma level, 93.3% quality, still you have 20 to 25% opportunity. When you go to 4 sigma level, that is where you are seeing 99%, which is very good, but still 0.6%, still you have 20%. Please understand, even if your process is 99%, you have 20% of opportunity to improve. When you come to 5 sigma level, that's where you become 99.99% still. And 6 sigma process is always 3.4 defects per million opportunity, this per million, correct? So if you're producing 1 million car, that is 10 lakh car, you are allowed to do only defect of 3 to 4. Similar way you can put for your businesses, okay? Normally, when you are not doing lean and Six Sigma, you'll be into 2 to 3 sigma level. Just keep that as an important information. Thereby, you can improve 30%. What you can improve? After assessment, we can tell you. Either we can improve cost, because time is the important factor we are talking. If you improve 30% of the time, your sales also will increase proportionately. That's what research people say, okay? And what you should aim for, 4.5 sigma level minimum, that will be world class, okay? Is there any Six Sigma process? Yes. If you see airlines industry or operations in hospitals, they have to work at 10 sigma level, correct? Then only you cannot allow any patient to die or etc. There is one video of Dabawala, but I'm skipping it. I hope you all have seen this Dabawala story, and that is quite familiar. If you want, you can just note it down as a homework to go and see in a YouTube, okay? So combination of Lean and Six Sigma. Time check, Gopi. How much time can it take? Another 15-20 minutes?
You can.
Because questions I need 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So Lean and Six Sigma combination is terrific. Okay, that is what the today's subject is. Okay, so Lean is speed, Six Sigma is accuracy. Speed and accuracy is exactly what I was talking. World-class sports people, correct? Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, or if you take the tennis players or football players, Messi, or people like Pele. Okay, And then you see what is important is basically you will see effectiveness, efficiency, which is needed for the customer. And customer will stick to people who give this combination because they will ask for cost, reduce cost and speed, correct? And people who implement this faster, they go ahead of the competitors faster. That's very important. And consistently, you need to do this. That's what is important. This is my basic definition. I give it to individuals, people, and organization for as a part of culture. Okay, if you want to set up a Six Sigma culture, Lean Six Sigma culture, you should enjoy in doing that, correct? And enjoying and doing that need not be in a small or a big problems. But if you have a mindset to solve the problems, okay, and the practical way of learning and gaining, then automatically you will see the eagerness to make it as a part of operation excellence will come, correct? So Lean Six Sigma is all about solving problems in a structured way, solving small or big problems or the real practical way of learning and gaining. It builds confidence, positive attitude, guts, master the skills, focus and concentration, right application and growth opportunity. So this actually, we actually have this as a very important for the individuals, okay, and they should enjoy in solving the problems. Many companies have that problem. People run away by seeing the problems, or they actually they don't want to get involved in solving the problems then and there. Maybe sometimes they may delay it, okay, and that's something we should not do in operation excellence. So operation excellence is practice of doing the thing. So for this, we have a very structured methodology. We call it as DMAC: define, measure, analyze, improve, control. So you have to flow through each of the steps one by one. So defining the problem or the issue in depth, measuring the problem with the data, and then only analyzing. In most of the companies, we directly analyze, correct? And then search for data. That is not correct. First, you should do these two faster, and then sit with the team to analyze, and then find the root cause, and then implement all the actions coming from the root cause, and then control. So I normally do a big workshop to actually solve these problems in a structured way. 2 days workshop is enough for us to solve a very big problem or repeated problems, and the remaining 3 or 4 months we can use it for implementing the actions. So DMAC is one of the important takeaway for you in terms of solving a problem in a structured methodology. So how you solve the problem? You actually transform the practical problem into a statistical problem. How do you do? By collecting data pertaining to the problem metric and the associated metrics. And then you convert the statistical problem into a statistical solution, because now you are going to collect data for the process y is equal to f of x. Then you actually solve for the problem, a statistical problem. You will have a statistical solution, and then you take that solution as an insight for practical solution. So for solving a statistical solution, we have a toolbox at each level, which will make more organized way of doing things. And depending on the complexity of the problem, you use these tools. This is a toolbox. Whichever you want to use, only you will use. I have done many problem solving by using five, 6 tools. Or if you want to train people first time, you need to make them to do all the tools, okay? So in Define, we have very important tools called charters, IPOC, high-level process mapping. And then you measure the variables, and then you measure the baseline sigma level in process capability. And then you have a detailed value stream mapping or process mapping. And then you identify all the CTQ, critical to quality. And then you do analysis with fishbone diagram, FMEA, statistical analysis, which will give you the insights, Pareto analysis. And then you find the root cause or key variables which you want to optimize. Then you take it to the design of experiments and regression model, which can predict also. So now we can integrate with big data analytics, advanced analytics, and then you can implement the actions, improve it, and sustain it with the control chart, control plan. The control chart will give us the sustainability efficiencies, like how it's within the control limits. So we normally have a hierarchy of training for senior people like you. We conduct champions training, but we starts with the white belt, or we call it as a awareness program. Then we have yellow belt, green belt, and black belt, and then we have a master black belt. Okay. And this is how we do. And I'm a master black belt with 18 years experience in corporate. So I have deployed Lean and Six Sigma from scratch in many corporates. So I can mentor maybe black belts are the people who do high impact projects, and green belt do the process improvement projects. Ideally, you should have 100% white or yellow belt, and then around 20 to 30% of your employee should be a black belt, and 50% should be green belt. Okay. For every 100 employees, you should have one master black belt. That's how you should have a system. Okay, and this is how the hierarchy is, basic level, but this is supporting level. Black belt is expert level, and master black belt is leadership level. Champion certification is important for all leaders like you to understand like what I'm doing. Okay, I'm explaining the concept, and this is how the project will be done. So we do a live coaching, prioritization, and do mentoring in such a way that we get into the solving the problem. These are the tools I normally teach people practically so that they can learn, and the software of Minitab is also given hands-on, and this is the templates are available for this management tools. So by this people solve the problems, and we have a very good course curriculum as for the individual training. So I don't pitch in for, I leave it to companies because companies wants the customized way of doing things, but this is the curriculum for international black belt certification. Any one of you, if you are interested, you can contact me. I do a weekend training programs towards a Singapore certification guided by me. So how you integrate? Okay, so till now we saw very fundamentals of Lean and Six Sigma, correct? When we come to organization, so I don't differentiate MSME with suddenly big also, or you are working in a big company, you are working as a president in a company, but that's a big organization. How do you start? The small company or big company, you should have a framework of operation excellence, correct? And the operation excellence, please understand, it is not only for manufacturing. Operation excellence, service excellence, everything is same. These tools can be, or methodology can be used everywhere. Okay. Only thing, the problems are different. Okay. The nature of problem is different. Whereas some may have a lot of data, some may not have data, some may have process improvements, some may need process improvements, some may need only data analysis. Okay. So this is the framework we did in one of the companies in a corporate. And if you see, important is the people. Okay, we should set the capability of people. The left side is a corporate framework, operation excellence framework, aligning all the business verticals. The right side, if you see here, it's a shop floor transformation. So for engaging people at the shop floor. Mostly your MSME could be of this nature. We can implement this also. It's a beautiful shop floor transformation model we have. We have assessment model also, by which we train people for the lean daily management board, and the board will be there in each work area, and they will start working on improving the metrics, and you won't believe they do wonders actually. This integration of top-down approach and bottom-up approach takes the journey towards great. Okay, and this is where most of the competitors are very, so most of the customers are very happy if you have this framework implemented in your company. So where to focus? You should focus on productivity, flexibility, speed, and quality. And if you see here, asset equipment efficiency, material efficiency, utility efficiency, inventory efficiency, workforce efficiency, these are all related to productivity, correct? It's all related to a P&L, correct? If you see all these components, it's related to P&L. Flexibility is related to your delivery. Speed, time to market, it's very important for new product development, and time to delivery for the new routine products. Quality, very important for the pharma. So I come from a huge pharma experience. These all four components are huge important for pharma business. Product quality, process quality, EHSS quality, and data integrity, correct? So impact is high standards of safety, quality, service, and delivery. So if you're seeing this model, PSFQ or PQFS, whatever you term, the huge opportunity for you to set up the metrics in Lean and Six Sigma projects. This is an example of a capacity. If focus on capacity, or overhead expenses comes. So we have a model how to set it up, integrate it, and increase the capacity. And where you can apply in all your new products. Lean and Six Sigma can be applied. Okay, you can apply in all productivity projects. Suppose if you feel your people are not giving output, or equipment is not giving output, or you are not balancing between, you don't know the exact manpower needed, excess manpower is there, okay, or less manpower, we can come and study that. capable process. If you want to really do analytics, okay, and check whether your process is stable, capable or not. Operating cost reduction, power, fuel, material, repair and maintenance cost, correct? Downtime, correct? Everything. So if you see, it can be implemented in all the departments, majorly manufacturing. To start with, you start with supply chain, manufacturing, quality, and engineering. If you focus on those 4 departments, which is core business operations, I think you will see wonders happening there. How to create? Okay, so you need to create a continuous plan. Okay, and this is what I created for a company which I worked. This is my JD, job description, and either you create an operation excellence department or you outsource me as an operation excellence department. So I will come and train your people. That's building capability. Then we will start the strategic initiatives. Then we train people. During training, we take projects. So the return on investment will be 10x. Okay. Create cultural excellence by setting up the sustaining model of shop floor daily management, which will also give knowledge to people, solve problems, day-to-day problems, and then make the leaders to think about the strategy. And then you have a very systematic governance model of MIS and meetings. So this actually gives you the clarity of the bandwidth and the this one. Okay, and this is exactly what we are talking. Either you can do it with consultants or internal team, that's left to you. So if you see how we do Lean Six Sigma project, we convert the pain areas into a matrix. Okay, and this is a classical example of breaking down. We call it as a critical to quality, breaking down the metrics. Okay, if profitability is a metric, we break it down from where we can increase profit. We can increase by increasing sales, or we can increase by reducing the cost, or we can increase by reducing the working capital. But how you increase the sales? By getting repeat business or new business. How do you get new business? That is the answer given here. Okay. So we actually come and do these projects for you. Within 3 months, you can see a big difference. Okay. And you should be ready to take decisions. Okay. Mostly emotionally attached leaders have a problem. When you see business as business and waste as waste, then your decision is very important. Okay. And taking decision and getting the right people in the right job and maybe reorganizing, restructuring may needed, and working on actions is important. So this is a very important slide for you to understand. It's all you know, but only thing is you don't act on it in a systematic manner. So how to do that? So this is a way we do ideation. Okay, when you do ideation, you get into each component of P&L, revenue, employee cost, material cost, etc., which addresses the focus area on the left. Okay, it's innovation. Okay, so by this you get a lot of projects. This we need to do now, February month, so that your next year projects are all clear. And you can convert this project into innovation, digital breakthrough, process, and incremental. Okay. After this, you then drive a Lean Six Sigma methodology in a very systematic manner, identifying value levers, identifying project opportunity, screen list it and scope it, prioritize it, and high impact. Okay. This is what I was talking about daily management. This is published in my previous company's blog also. You can, if you type, you will get this. And here we're talking about engagement of people on daily basis, and you will see safety, quality, compliance metrics are seen every day. People meet for 15 to 20 minutes and try to take the issues on hand and solve it and come back next day. Here we inculcate the best practices of Kaizens, Gemba walk, 5 years and all, which is very important, and we are successfully implemented in many of the companies. And you have a roadmap. I don't want to get into detail. This is how operation excellence is done. Okay, 5 years, 6 years plan, and you go from cell to whale, and you make a roadmap for transforming all businesses and become world class. You start from initiation to institutionalization. This is what we have done it in my previous company, Piramal. I'm very glad to show you a 6-7 years journey, and we have implemented everything practically there, and thereby we are sustaining still now. I've left Piramal in 2015, but still people are actually sustaining this as a part of culture. Okay, so before I close, I just want to run my company's YouTube. I'll just share it once again. Later. One minute. I'll just come back to in 2 minutes. By the time, if you have any questions, we can answer, Gopi. I'm just picking up the YouTube. Or I'll finish this in few minutes, then we'll go for the. Yeah, it's ready now. I'm just playing it now. This is a small video. I have made it for myself. Some of my team members and colleagues also there.
International Institute of Excellence and Effective Leadership. One-stop solution for Lean Six Sigma, leadership training and certification. Established in the year 2007. Our expertise are excellence, quality and leadership trainings aligned to ASQ, IASSC, ICF body of knowledge. Our trainers have 15 years of experience in corporate operational excellence roles. Professionally certified master black belt coaches. Accredited training associate of ASQ, IASSC, CSSC body of knowledge. Highly acclaimed industry experts. Diversified proficiency in IT, pharma, automobile, chemical, banking and FMCG sectors. Successful deployers of Lean Six Sigma multi-site globally. Accredited international professional coaching certification. Milestone achieved. 40,000 plus professionals trained. 2,500 plus projects contributing to savings of 50 plus million USD till date. Our highlights. Pioneering Lean Six Sigma trainings and provide international recognized certifications. Universities and corporate tie-ups with our world-class learning management systems. 24*7 access to training content at our LMS at affordable price. Buy and train contents for instant corporate trainings. Tailor-made contents as per client requests. Virtual weekend training for corporate employees. End-to-end support like training, project mentoring and certifications. Co-branded certifications for organizations who conduct training internally. Consultation in deployment of Lean Six Sigma and driving high-impact black belt projects. Career transition and leadership coaching towards excellence. Courses offered by IIEL. Excellence career related. Quality career related. Leadership and coaching career related. Our client list speaks for itself, and our customer list keeps growing. IIEL Public Online World-Class Learning Management System. Our certifications. We also offer IIEL co-branded certifications with colleges and organizations' logos as well.
Come and experience the best from IIEL. One time, lifetime. Impact in your growth.
For more details, please log on to www.iiel.com.
Okay, thank you all very much. The floor is now for question and answer, Gopi, and I'm also putting one link in the chat box.
Yeah.
Which people can fill it up if they see that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's for everyone in the meeting, no? Or I should.
Yeah, you can post it. You can post it. You can post it out.
Yeah, this is a Google link. If anybody wants to line up.
People. for in manufacturing sector, primary manufacturing sector. The second is what age somebody.
The freshers versus the need for the company. And nowadays, people are started training people when they recruit campus fourth year itself, they go and train people for their requirements. So nowadays, many companies have their own tie-ups with colleges where they train the people whom they're going to select, okay, or they go and do the special sessions and pick up the bright people there itself and bring to the academy and they train the people. And L&D is a key factor for it. As you rightly told, people get lost as soon as they join. If that first 3 months is not properly focused, people get lost and the golden time is lost, and getting back the skill and training people will become a tedious one. I totally agree with you. Most of the issues we face in shop floor is a skill gap and standardization of skills. It's a long way to go, but the best thing is to start putting efforts in your L&D program, particularly on critical areas, as well as setting up an academy. In that academy, you use your own experienced people, head of the departments, to go and train. And the course module should be prepared by the company. That is the first thing. Coming to the certification progress, anybody who is experienced more than 5 years can do black belt directly with me. So do not worry about, because work experience matters a lot. Freshers can do green belt, black belt 5 years experience. Master black belt is after you practice black belt for 2 years and do minimum 5 to 6 projects, then you go for a master black belt. But for the people who are experienced more than 10 years, they don't need to do, they can do directly master black belt with me. We call that as a leadership excellence. So because it is more a leadership excellence course, it teaches you more of a leadership deployment course, MBA. It's similar to MBA subject. So there we don't have much tools and techniques. So we can directly do master black belt with 10 years experience, where if you want black belt, I can give a combo of it as well. Yeah.
Now, regarding this, you were telling training people right after their course. Like Zoha has done, do you think a +2 candidate can be groomed, so that one of the fears we always have is after we train them, they jump, because now they are better trained, better skilled. They take all the learning and then jump ship. So would it be better that you take at +2 level and kind of give them, I mean, bright, smart, rural guys, the top of the heap, and start training right there for the shop floor experience? I mean, what is your, or is it too?
Yeah, so, because in all these trainings for +2, we can train statistics because that is connected with mathematics. But for all other training, Mr. Vishwanath, even in colleges, our labs are not so fully equipped, correct? We don't, even people like us were the labs, we didn't have good labs. So the application part will be the biggest gap if people go to college. So the best way to do, as you rightly told, is the colleges has to tie up with industry, as you rightly, skill academy, and have a separate elective subject starting from first year. See, many companies are doing, IIT is doing that only. No, so the point is, after third year, people should be started grooming for industry. Otherwise, people themselves today, the students' knowledge is so high. When they join first year itself, they start learning all the software techniques. No, they don't need to be told. But specific to the industry requirements, it is the industry which you should marry with the right colleges, institutions, and the L&D department has to take the key role in meeting the needs of the company. So strengthening the L&D people who only talks kind of soft skills and other skills. There should be a guy who knows the technical skills as well.
Thanks. You are operating out of Chennai?
Yeah, I'm currently in Chennai. Okay, and I'm available to travel anywhere. And the weekend is what I take classes, and up to master black belt level, I do take classes, and I do a lot of consulting work as well. Yeah. Any other questions? I request all of you to check this link which I have posted. I'll just post it again. So that no, or maybe Gopi, we can also send this to the people as a part of the material. When I give you a draft, you can also do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we end, I have few questions as a closure. This is majorly to have in the chat box. How was the session? You can. I don't know. We are planning a polling, but you can rate it as 1 to 4. Okay. I just want to have that feedback as well from people who are thing. And the last question is, do you want my services, or maybe come and talk to you post this? Okay. And normally a photo session, I have taken a print screen, Gopi. I will send this also to you. Okay. Okay. That's also taken. Okay.
Anybody else has a question? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Question here?
Hello.
Yeah, Pratap. Go on, Pratap.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. This is Pratap here. I run a small company called Kana Mattress, where we make couple cotton mattress, pillows, cushions. All these products are handmade by artisans, and that's how we call it. So here, this is the first time I'm learning about Lean and Six Sigma, to be frank, and it was very interesting. Sir, are these two things are targeted specifically for mass producing units, or even can it be implemented in a small unit like mine, where people, they make handmade products? That is my question, sir.
It can be implemented in house also. Okay. And Pratap, answer you, yes, big yes. Okay. Because anywhere you are having a sort of a product, okay, or a material which has some input, and then you are converting into output and you are selling it, correct? It's a business, correct? And there is a tendency to people to do waste. But in your case, wastages will be easily seen. So
Right,
just
sir.
to validate an opportunity statement, you can cross-check any opportunity is there. But if you feel, no, everything I have taken control, there's no wastage happening, everybody is doing with high quality, there is no delay, rework, those points we can validate. But the application point of view, this can be used by student also to pass in high marks. This can be used for anyone to build a home personally. This can be used for getting a job. This can be used for any of the improvement personally, as well as business, small business like you, as well as the big businesses. Yeah, it's a tool to make it more structured way analytically. Yeah.
Fine, sir. So, and one more thing, there are two components. One is Lean, the other is Six Sigma. So both should be implemented simultaneously, or either one of it alone can be implemented in a process?
Okay, good question. You should start for any manufacturing setup. Lean is the best way to start, because Lean itself has one of the waste as a defect, correct? If you see downtime acronym, defect comes in Lean, correct? So once the defect comes there, automatically Six Sigma can be applied there. Okay. So Six Sigma is mostly applied when you have a huge variation and huge data available, then we use Six Sigma. But start with Lean Six Sigma, you can combine it whenever needed. Start with Lean for all the big manufacturing processes. But when you're having data, for example, supply chain, you have a lot of data, then we can go for Six Sigma, or quality, we can go for Six Sigma. Okay. For manufacturing, I would say a shop floor, we should go with Lean.
Fine. Thank you, sir.
Any questions? May please unmute and ask, please.
How did you feel the session? You can always give a feedback as well. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was really wonderful. Thanks to you, and thanks to Mr. Gopi sir also for organizing a beautiful unit. To see, when you're asked to tell us some questions, it is very difficult to ask questions, because everything you explained critically, very specifically clear. So we can start going through it in deeply, and we can understand, and we can easily get the answer from your session itself. It's really wonderful. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sadasya.
Actually, whatever the questions I was about to ask, the same questions were posed by Mr. Vishwanath. So I don't want to repeat the same. I got my answers. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful session, rather.
Thanks, Jaiseelan.
Hi, this is Rajendra Sapre. I also found this session extremely useful. I mean, very comprehensive in the given time. You covered most of these, excellence-oriented techniques, and it was a pretty helpful session for me personally. I focused so far mostly on the technology side, like IoT and Industry 4.0, and I think these techniques are quite complementary to our specialties, I would say.
Yeah. So I missed out putting one slide. By complementing operational excellence with digitalization. Okay, it is not digital automation. It's a digitalization plus operational excellence will give additional 10 to 20% opportunity efficiency.
Right.
I totally agree. You can contact me. We can also join hands for your customers or clients in case you're entrepreneur, and lot of opportunities is coming up because I think that will work out very well. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rajendra. Thanks for coming.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else has a question?
Final thanks to you, Gopiji.
Hey,
In a very short time, we just I don't know, we just talked first time and then you requested. I just took half an hour to make this slides yesterday. I had all the contents. I just rearranged it for you. That's it.
Oh, thank you. Excellent session. We'll stay in touch.
Yeah.
Okay. I will also try to.
Sure.
We'll connect offline and we'll see how to work together.
Yeah. So I've been now tied up with big fours, BCGs and PwCs. They are also contacting me. A lot of consulting work comes and a lot of training I do. So I request each of you to get trained by me. That will be great. It's not much cost. I'll certify you, and then you will see the personal impact, as well as if you're working for some company or if you're own owner, then you can take up for the other employees as well. That should be the right approach.
One question I want to ask, is there time, Gopi?
Yeah, please go on.
See, suppose we collect a group of people. I mean, what is the typical strength? I mean, maybe people are from different industries. Do you do that kind of one-day program or something like that? You can, obviously, each individual industry will be preferred to analyze, but I thought if a group of us can come together for a session, would it make sense?
Yeah. So see, there are two options for you. If you want a leadership coaching master black belt, that is different. But if you want black belt, 25 is the maximum I normally accommodate online training, and in the weekend. But if you want continuous 5 days, also 5 days, we can block some training hall, and I can cover that in 4 to 5 days of full session, 6 hours. So that was also possible.
Okay. Thanks. I just want to know kind of numbers that we're talking. Okay.
2025 should be best for a very good interactive and multi-experience combo. Yeah.
Yeah, Shamsundar, go on.
Shamsundar, you have a question?
No.
Okay.
Will not hold you long, Dr. Aravindan.
Oh, that's fine, sir. Thank you very much once again. So
yeah, thank you very much for being with us today.